Welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen Anime Review, episode number 13. We are reviewing technically this is like for this particular, I believe this is like the third or fourth episode of this arc. We have the Shibuya Incident, and the title of the episode is called Shibuya Incident. This episode finished adapting chapter 83, cover pages 10 19. Covers the entirety of 84. 85, they just covered pages 20 to 22. The entirety, of course, the only other chapters get fully adapted is 86, 87, 88, just basically A through 10. If you're really curious about 85 and 88, they finished adapting these two chapters the very next episode. No, seriously. They wait until the very next episode to pretty much, in a way, finish up adapting this one chapter. Yeah. Unknown why they decided to do this for, but it is just quite something. Yeah, mostly put for this episode, we focus on mostly about two different locations. First is with Gato, where he basically just walked and looked like a convention hall, or at least something like that, because he was cosplaying. He just walks in people's heads. And then he goes on this little subway area. Yes, a subway. Well, at least some kind of train station. And apparently, there's a veil underground. And of course, we had three curse users about to take him on. One is the volcano head. The other two, I don't remember who these people are. So, the whole thing with them is like, oh, we're going to cover the thing up with trees so he can't get away. And he's like, I'm not going to run away. And then they do something really stupid. They proceed to open the gate terminals. And people fall into the tracks. And for some reason, they apparently turn off electricity for the track, despite the fact normally when this would happen, if people would touch tracks like that, they would get fried. And it could be because of the Jujutsu sorcery. That's why the reason for that, of course, and several get killed here. Gato is written out the fact that he just doesn't care. Like, he just happy to see this little fight and does it protect civilians? No, he's supposed to be a good guy. He's supposed to protect civilians, not just a lot of people get mindlessly killed. One guy is basically stabbed the freaking right his chest with the curse with his own hand. And he burned the body. Yes, seriously. I do not know why. It's a very gory scene. And then, of course, we cut to Yuta and Mei, and we get introduced to her brother in this episode. Yes, her brother. Her brother, his name is Uri. And I believe this is actually his debut episode. Yep, and he is very loyal to his sister. Where you can say he has sort of a sister complex. He blushes every time he's around her. The thing with Mei, for the present version of her, for some reason her hair is so long. Not only she has a braid in the back of her head, but also covering her face. So I'm like, how the heck can this woman see where she's going, where her hair is covering her face? Yeah, so apparently she has this thing wrapped up, and apparently, get this, the thing wrapped up is actually her axe. So they proceed to go and help Gato. Yep. Where are the other two? They're not here. So then they arrive at a subway station. This looks like a subway terminal. And the place is deserted, probably because they evacuated the area. Yeah, and I know because I've been to the New York one, so this is very similar to that one. Though this is Shibuya. This is over in Japan. The area itself looks very similar to the way it does in New York, so maybe Shibuya probably either one of the things happened here, why the subway station looks very similar to one seen in New York. It could be same design as the real life Shibuya, if that does exist, or two, the anime copy from the New York subway system. Now, that's my best estimation because it looks exactly like it. Now, we don't see any trains in this episode. Nope. So he goes down the stairs, and he comes across a grasshopper curse spirit, and he kicks him. It's like, he chats like, oh, you clever one, like he used your sorcerer. And of course, basically, he's like, he points out, though, you're a grasshopper. He hops around, and of course beats it pretty easily. Of course, stuck to the little barrier that's there. And he ran that with Mei Mei, where she's taking the other curse users, the tame humans, and then they go off. It's a good start to this particular arc, because that's what it seems like. It feels like we're just progressing a little forward here. We got a little action here, but we haven't got the big juicy bits yet. And next week's episode is called Shibuya Instant Gate Open. Yes, that is the name of the next episode. Shibuya Instant Gate Open. And I'm thinking, wait, didn't we just have this for like episode 31 with the same title? No, it's called Evening Festival. Yeah, and so far, the Shibuya Instant, I mean, they just start adapting this arc with episode 30. Yes, 30. Also, there's a flash sequence of Masiko, who's in this episode briefly make a cameo. Of course, Yuta is looking for him. Gato, who is actually Pseudo Gato, where basically they're at a playground and they want to steal Gato as one of their plans. And it's basically tying into the Gato present day scene. And that's pretty much it to discuss here. But it's a good episode, and can we discuss the rest? Now, if you're curious, how many more episodes left to go for this season? Well, I have heard this particular arc is supposed to be 18 episodes, and we already covered. This is only technically the third episode of this arc. So, we have exactly, as of right now, about 15 to go. So we got a while to go for this one. And this probably won't be wrapped up until, at this point, probably not until January at this point. Yeah, that's my personal guess. It could be January or maybe early February when this season gets wrapped up. But it's interesting, though, the fact that the Shibuya Instant arc, they got 18 episodes, which means this season only covers technically 2 story arcs, still kind of partially up another story arc as well. Yep, so yes, that's particularly a particular view. Next up is going to be a couple comic corners, and I'll call it a night. Okay, next video.